Hey guys, preparing for the virtual European Open here at NOKIA Disc Golf Park in Disc Golf Valley. Let's see if we can get a perfect round of 18 under or better. Alright, on Nokia hole 1, I'm taking my accurate wind musket about 2/3 power, aim down to the right, and let that fade out towards the basket all on its own. An Explorer or even a Warship or mid-range would work here as well. That should get you pretty close to be able to get that birdie in most situations. Moving on to hole 2. Hole 2, with this wind, I'm going to go a little bit bigger with the Rive and give it some hyzer on default aim to get up there by the basket. If you have a little bit of a pushing wind, the Glide Sapphire gets here just fine as well to be within 60-70 feet. Very reasonable throw in. This I got a little bit behind the tree, so I do need to rotate the world in order to peek out and get that putt in to get 2 under. Going to Nokia 3. This is your first bonus eagle opportunity. We're going to go for it. It's the Sapphire off the tee, the Glide Sapphire off the tee. Default aim, a little bit of hyzer on the pullback. And the second shot is the Paradigm. Slide right habitually, give it a little bit of hyzer and aiming down. And hope you get a little bit lucky through these trees. Ideally, it's a little further left. Oh, we got one of the trees there. We're about 135. I wouldn't run this in the round, but I'll throw us about 140, 150 here. And we got a spit out. We did not get that one. We're going to take that birdie. If I was grinding this, I'd start it over. We're just going to keep running it through, see if we can get at least 18 under, which I think is a good enough perfect round to shoot for in the virtual dynamic disc, in the virtual European Open. This is Glide Sapphire off the tee here. There's certainly an aggressive roller line or a Paradigm line that can get you up there. I think there's not many places Sapphire ends up that you can't scramble. From here, I'm going to roll musket for that 309 feet. Let the wind push it up here. As long as I'm not deep in the bushes or missing too far to the right, I'm going to have to be here for a quick putt in to be able to take next birdie and 4 under through 4. Going to hole 5. Hole 5 I think is silly easy. It's the accurate windbreak musket. Aim down right below the basket. It's a straight pullback in a calm wind. With that 3 wind, I gave it almost a full disc of hyzer there. And boom, right under the basket, ready to be parked. And tap that in for a very easy stress-free birdie. Moving to hole 7, another pretty easy one with a Glide Sapphire. Slide a little bit left and down. And let the Sapphire work its way straight up the gap. It drifts a little bit right before drifting left to get in here for a 36-foot putt. And another pretty easy stress-free birdie, especially if there's no or low wind there. Hole 7, we're going to be going for this eagle. Slide right, middle chevron on the base of the tree, and about a half disc of hyzer. If you get lucky and get through this gap, we do. We're going to have a good look at the eagle here. This is 99 feet. It's going to play about 20 downhill, so I think I'll throw this about 80 power and see if I can get this just right to drop. And it does. Nice. First bonus eagle. Nice to take that one. Second opportunity, or third opportunity, I guess. By the second real opportunity. Another very easy birdie. Get a musket up high, give it some hyzer, and get around to the hillside to be ready to putt this in. Not much should be going wrong here, even wind. I might go accurate windbreak with a headwind or a left to right wind. Maybe Sapphire if there's a lot of wind, but it should be pretty easy most of the time. Hole 9 is the Glide Sapphire. Slide right, down to the left, and give it a good bit of hyzer. Make sure it's making this turn around the corner here. There is a gap to the right. What I found going to the right while I put this in was if you miss your gap, you have a really long throw-in left. If you miss your gap or hit a tree here out to the left, there's a lot of opportunities to still save it. So that's why I go to the left with the Sapphire. Hole 10, I take Glide Water Skip. Aim way out to the left, usually straight at the big tree. But with that big wind, I go a little bit further to the right. Did I go far enough right enough? I did. Was able to get in there. It's not worth getting aggressive to me off the tee there. 292, I think it's Warship. Yeah, Warship will be in here. Get us into the basket. So it's Glide Water Skip or Light Glide off the tee. Takes a lot of the skip and risk out of play of going deep. make sure I'm in front of that fence, throw it down the hill, and taking the next birdie. 11 under through 10, we're on a good pace here. Hole 11 is a sapphire hole for me, top chevron on that stake, and about a half disc of anhyzer. If you give it too much, you're risking hitting the stakes when you're trying to get back in. I think this is the layup play to this area and have your 50-60 footer. There's certainly something to be said for taking a glide roll ride or something longer, so that if you miss left, you can skip through back to be safe again. I just feel confident enough with the sapphire that I think that's the right play. I'm going to go paradigm here just because of that wind. If this was not the 3 left to right wind, that'd be the glide skip ride on the exact same shot there. As long as you turn the corner to the right here, you have a good look to be able to lay up for this birdie. 216, I'll throw the harp with about 200 power. Let it fade over there near the basket. Fuse isn't a bad idea either to make sure you don't get in those bushes. Definitely do not get in those bushes on the left. It might as well be OB for the stroke penalty that takes, so there's no way you're making it in the basket if you end up in there. Alright, hole 13 is a slide a little bit left for me. Aim down where the shadow and light meet. And that was just the slightest hyzer there for that 2 pushing wind. As long as you hit that gap, you're going to get up and probably a good look at the basket. You might get a little bit left behind the tree, but we got here to 97 feet, around to 100, throw out about 80 feet of power with the 2 wind, and get that in. Another nice bonus eagle. This is a 4th bonus eagle opportunity. We got 2 of them. It's feeling a good track for that. Hole 14, this is a glide roll ride, aim it down low, and I probably should have given that a little bit of anhyzer, shouldn't I? Yep, should have given that some anhyzer. This looks like it's going to work out okay. It would be nice to be a little bit further left and not have these trees in the way. Can't grab that. There we go. And get the putt, and here we are, 16 down through 14, so definitely on good pace to at least be getting minus 18. Let's see if we can keep it going strong and even get 20. Here's the Westy special line. Take that glide roll ride, aim it down low, especially with that right to left wind, and let the wind do the work and push that disc straight through this tree. And here we are, basically parked. I think that forehand line in any wind makes this hole way easier, especially in that right to left wind, which I think is what Westy initially developed it for. Hole 16 is the glide sapphire off the tee. Aim low left and give it a little bit of hyzer just to be comfortable and getting out here somewhere around the middle of the fairway. This one's really about the second shot and knowing that distance. 298 for me is going to be the roll sapphire. Aim it out to the left on forehand, always forehand, so you have the roll to help and the hay bale backstop if you go a little bit long. And getting the next birdie, 18 through 16. 2 holes to go. This one is the paradigm. Turn glide ride works well. Works also. Light glide paradigm. Let the disc turn by itself down to center up on the fairway and work its way back down the middle. As long as you're not have a pushing wind, you're going to end up safely here and able to get this putt. The worst mistake here is turning it over too far to the left, or I guess too far to the right. It's pretty bad as well. Ending up OB is a bad mistake. This is a wind. I'm typically sapphire, but I'm going to go glide water skip because of that wind. Typically backhand sapphire can be off that tee. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh. Is it? It's safe. Okay, lucky safe there. I think sapphire is usually the way safer play if you don't have that particular wind. And then it's the musket up here to the green and tap us in for the last look. And here we are at negative 20 under on the 18-hole layout. It's a great round. I would happily take this 4 times in a row for the Virtual European Open. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Good luck on your round, the Virtual European Open, and stay bogey free.